coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. 33 years of prison stories, man. I'm out here, man. We rolling. We making it happen, man. We pushing positive content each and every day. Appreciate all the support, all the love, all the people, man, that rock with me. You know, from the morning mud over there on IG, man, to everything that I do, man. The people that keep up with me on IG, the people that keep up with me on YouTube. You know, more content is coming with the Pure Deliciousness. More content is coming with the Banky Pound Prison Workout. More content is coming with Living Life After Life podcast. I just need y'all to stay locked in, stay focused. You know, like I say all the time, man, this is a movement. It's not a moment. So y'all stay locked in with me, man. We gonna make it happen, man. We just, you know, it's a lot of things going on over here behind the scenes that y'all don't see. I'm doing my best to bring y'all the best that I can bring y'all. Something that's teachable and reachable to these youngins. And like I said, if it ain't for you and you watch it, if it don't, you know, serve you the purpose of what's going on in your life, you know, you can pass it on to somebody and let somebody else watch it that you know in your life. You know, your nephew, your kids, or whoever, they might need to get this content, man. It might change their mindset. I always say you change your mind, you change your life. So that's what we trying to do over here. Change some lives, save some lives. 33 years of prison stories, man. We out here. Salute to TBP Nation, man. Big love to y'all. Big love to everybody who be hitting me up in the P.O. box, a.k.a. Mike T box. You know, so I appreciate that, man. And like I say, I'll be opening them packages from now on over on Instagram, probably in the morning mud. So y'all stay tuned, man. If you don't want me to say your name, just let it be known. But if you don't mind, I would like to celebrate you, man, for taking your time out and you know, doing something, you know, from your heart for me. So salute to all of y'all. Today, man, I wanted to talk about something that I think is underrated, not talked about enough, and it's a serious issue. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious issue. And some people might call it PTSD. That might be the clinical name for it. I'm just going to call it, you know, post-release from prison, man. You know, when you get out of prison. Especially dudes who did a lot of time. You know, what I come to find out since I've been out, man, is a lot of dudes that did, you know, good amount of time, especially like a decade or better, man. A lot of them that I know personally have came out, man, and have you know, fallen, man, you know, met tragedy. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever the circumstances is, the pressure of being out here, to being in the free world. Even though a lot of dudes that made parole, you still ain't free, like even me. You know what I'm saying? Still got, you know, you still got to answer to somebody, still on paper. You know what I'm saying? As far as my situation, I'm still on paper. You know, y'all may see me here, there, or whatever, and just because it's posted, it look like I'm moving a lot. But those trips be far in between. And they all have to get, you know, permission to go, paperwork to take with me as I go. You know what I'm saying? Urinalysis, approval from this person, that person, this person, before I could even actually take off. So, but I think just the movement of not being confined after being confined for so long, the freedom of being able to have free will to make your choices. You can make your bed, but you're going to have to lie in it. But I believe that freedom alone is overwhelming to a lot of people. And they get out here, man, and they crash and burn. And then the ironic part about it is a lot of these ones, especially the ones that I know, they were functional and successful, you know, quote unquote, in the penitentiary, meaning that they know how to survive in the penitentiary. They had, you know, built up such a reputation, whereas to, you know, the drama was few and far in between. You know, dudes knew who they were, knew what they stand for, knew what they would do, what they wouldn't do. So they garnered respect in the penitentiary. And they functioned, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't like the what we call in the prison, the average crash dummy in the prison. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that fall for anything, go for anything, always end up late because they ain't know how to function in the penitentiary. They was deep in the game, but they had the rules missing. A lot of these dudes knew the rules of prison, man, and they was functional. I mean, and it's surprising me. It's surprising me to this day, because it seems like now every other day or every other week I'm hearing about, oh man, such got locked back up. What? Such got locked back up, or such in trouble, or such caught a case. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to me, man, because a lot of these dudes, I expected a lot out of because of how they carried themselves in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of dudes that surprised me because of the way they were in the penitentiary and was so reckless and wild in the penitentiary. And you would think when they get out here, even have more freedom, they will be even more wilder, and it would, result in, bad luck. You know what I'm saying? Something bad happening and them being back in the penitentiary or worse. That is just been, man, it's been a toss-up, man. It's been a toss-up, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, like Ice, man. Ice, the one I did the feature on to do the drawing and stuff, man, forward. Man, Ice was a live wire in prison. And everybody, including myself, thought when Ice got out here and had freedom, that he would, go blip the blurry, man, and be in some stuff, man, in no time. After going in the penitentiary with, 5 years and ended up doing 38 because of his activity, the way he acted in prison. You would think when he get out here, it wouldn't take much to, because you in that mind frame, man. And sometimes it's hard to get out of that mind frame, that penitentiary mind frame, that your normal reactions to certain things is been your reactions for so long that when you get out of here, your reactions, it's instinctual now. You have to think and say, oh no, because in penitentiary, it's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Boom, somebody say something crazy, boom, you take care of it. Somebody get out of line, boom, you take care of it. Somebody present a threat, boom, you take care of it. You cannot do that out here. And people like Ice, you wouldn't think that he would be able to turn that switch off. You know what I'm saying? But he did, and I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? He's doing good, man. Working a couple of jobs, painting, independent, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas to other people that I've known that, and Ice won't really, like I say, he was a live wire in prison, but he won't no money getter in prison. He won't no, always had things in order. That's probably one of the reasons why he stayed in a lot of stuff in prison. But some of these dudes I know was top-notch prison hustlers, man. I mean, had all the money. If anything, you had to borrow money from them. Always stayed on top of their game. Always stayed sharp. Always, cell was always full up. Never asking nobody for nothing. Running poker games, running dice games, running parlay games. You know what I'm saying? Selling whatever they came on the compound that they had. Drugs, weed, whatever. They function, and they function well. Man, came out here, man, and just crashed and burned, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, truth be told, a lot of them cats like that I knew of in particular, they got high too. You know what I'm saying? But they was functional addicts and getting high. It didn't stop their hustle. It didn't hinder them. It didn't make them look like, they was a junkie or nothing like that. It didn't make, they was never begging for nothing. Whatever it was, they could buy it. If they didn't buy it, they probably had it. So to come out here, and then next thing you know, man, it's dudes in particular. I ain't calling no names to show the blame for none of this video. I'm speaking in general, but I know dudes in there that came out, man, and one in particular dude, man, this dude functioned in prison the whole time I knew him, over 2 decades, and he was a functioning addict. He gonna get high whenever them drugs come on there. But at the same time, I promise you, he was one of the most tip-top dudes in shape in prison. Whenever I ran into him, I'd been on several institutions. One of the most tip-top dudes in prison. Cut up like, like a bodybuilder, man. Work out hard every day. But when it came time to get high, he got high too. Man, he came out here and I even, was around him before he came out, and he was so positive and went to school and got a little this, that, and the third, and then got a woman and then got married, and he just was like he was on his game. Boom, came out here, man, and just lost it all, man. And people tell me, they see him at the grocery store asking for change, and he done dropped his weight, and he, getting high, and I'm like, after 30-some years in prison, man, that's mind-boggling to me. It is mind-boggling to me, man, and it's sad to me, man, and it truly hurts me, you know what I'm saying, because these are people that I know. You know what I'm saying? That I know, personally. So, and like I say, it was confusing to me because when you looking at it and you trying to judge it, that's what makes you know you never know everything and you never know what you think you know. When you think you know, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you look at Ice's situation, look at his situation, I would have reversed those situations. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't turned out like that. And to my knowledge, they say he locked up right now. You know what I'm saying? Facing cases. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard, man, when you come out of that penitentiary after doing that amount of time, period, to go back in. And even more so if you got out off of a life sentence, because it ain't no telling when you going to get out again. If you going to get out again. You know what I'm saying? And that's just sad to me, man. And then there's another one under the same umbrella. But this dude was a real life hustler. You know what I'm saying? Ran almost everything you could think of in a penitentiary. If he was on the compound, he had his hands in it. He was always known to be a money getter, always known to have this, that, and the third, man. Move, functional, talk, articulate, smart, sharp. But he was a functional addict. He get high too. But you could never tell if you did not know. You know what I'm saying? But he always knew how to turn a dollar, always knew how to make something. Same situation. Say he out here, man, and he's struggling and he own these drugs real bad and they got him gone, and it's just mind-boggling to me, man, and it's super sad to me, man, because these dudes could have been anything that they wanted to be out here because of their intellect, because of their intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Because of their survival skills. If you can survive in there, man, you should be able to survive out here. Not only survive out here, you should be able to thrive out here. Because everything you do in there, you're doing under a microscope. You're doing under pressure. It's like you're in a pressure cooker all the time. And it ain't like things is easy out here, but that pressure is released a little bit. A lot, to be honest with you. And to come out here and to fall on these type of times, man, it's sad to me, man. And even like the other situation, like I spoke about before, like the one dude that I knew in particular that was in there and he stayed in shape and he boxed and he was smart and he was articulate and he was one of the best spoken word poets in there, man. I've seen him, give out, speeches on Black History Month and things like that, where he had staff members crying, he had visitors crying because they could feel his passion. They could feel the power in his words, the knowledge that he had studied this stuff and knew what he spoke about. So it was just crazy. And he came out here and had issues with his own family member, his own brother, man. And whatever the issues were, who knows, but he ended up taking his own brother's life and then taking his own life after that. Just mind-boggling. And he wasn't even 40 years old. He wasn't even 40 years old and just finished doing double-digit years, man. And I don't think he was out here for a whole year before this took place. You know what I'm saying? That's that post, prison stress, man, that you bring out here, man. All the things that you had bottled up with you on the inside, and you bring them out here, and you can't let them go, and you can't, get rid of these demons that's on you. Man, it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous, man. It's just like super dangerous, man. And it's super sad. It should be some kind of counseling or some type of help for dudes that's coming out that did that much time. I'm talking about beyond re-entry, because everybody who came out in the last couple of years had to go through the re-entry program. So they had the same program that I went through, that I had to go through, they had to go through. But I believe it should be some type of program on the outside to help these dudes transition, man. Even though, they was functioning so well in prison, I believe it should be some type of program to help them transition out here in the free world, man, and to slide into the world a lot more smoothly than they have been, man. And I just believe that, because this is not a coincidence for this to happen to, I know multiple people. I'm talking about these situations. Multiple, not a few, multiple. You know what I'm saying? And I could see it in none of them. None of them. I could see it coming in none of them. You know what I'm saying? One dude I know in particular, one of the smartest dudes I knew. That's all he was known for, was being smart. You know what I'm saying? Always, the first thing somebody say out his mouth, oh yeah, he know everything. And he gonna let you know he know everything. Out here, man, when he got out before me, and I got out and I seen him, he was doing good, doing well. You know what I'm saying? Had a business, had this, had that, everything. To my understanding right now, he in the same position. Done lost everything and just day to day trying to, find a fix to get high. Everything. everything, man. And it's just heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking, man, because these dudes have already been through HELLL times 10, man, and survived some of the things that most people would not have survived. Survived some things that I've seen people take their life because they could not deal with. And then you come out here and let this world beat you down like that in record pace. Amazing, man. Amazing. Yeah, very, very amazing, man. But I also know, dudes that have, did just as much time, man, and came out, man, and they just skyrocketed, man, like just took off, man, and just doing well, man. I mean, I know dudes that own their own businesses. I'm talking about thriving businesses, man. I know one dude, man, one of my closer friends, man, doing this incarceration of 33 years, man, came out, man, and been out here now about 13, 14 years. But within that 13, 14 years, man, he hasn't had any hiccups or anything, man. Has got his own business, man, got a wife, man, had a kid, and thriving, man, and, got a successful business, man, $300,000-$400,000 house, couple of cars, got a letter in the bank, a M in the bank, hard work, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's after being locked up almost 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I know other dudes is doing this just as well, man. Got their own business. I know dudes got window cleaning, thriving businesses, that's making, 6-7 figures a year, things like that. So it's just, it's hard, man. But, different people deal with different things differently. You know what I'm saying? Differently. And they not the same person as they are in prison. You know what I'm saying? And they can make that transition and understand that they not in prison no more. You know what I'm saying? Because each one of these dudes that I'm speaking of, in order to survive in prison, man, these dudes was different cats, man, because they was vicious in there. Because you had to be. You know what I'm saying? You had to be. You had to be vicious in there, and you had to be relentless in order to survive in there, let alone to thrive in there. So all of these dudes that I speak of had that mentality that would do what they had to do when it was time to be done and wouldn't think about it and wouldn't hesitate about it because they understand that hesitation is life loss. And that life can be yours. So for them dudes to be able to function like that and then come out here and transition, man, that's a testament to their will to survive, man. And the ones that did not and came out here and crashed and burned, man, it's just a disconnect. It's a disconnect that I'm not understanding because I seen these dudes in action. I seen these dudes, weather the storm through some crazy things. I seen some of these cats weather the storm through life and death situation where it could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? But they was able to navigate that in their mind, man, to put the pieces in place and to move the situation and the altercation in the way and shape it the way that they wanted it to be shaped. You know what I'm saying? Whereas today came out, on the better end of it. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. So I be thinking in my mind, why couldn't they translate those skills out here in the free world? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? It's, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That would take something that's got deeper thinking than me to understand. Because I feel like if you survive in there, man, you done made it through the storm, man. And you come out here, you should be, not, downhill, but, the hill, it shouldn't be no hill at all. It should be straight. You know what I'm saying? It should be flat land. It should be flat land, man. But I believe it's psychological. I believe it's something that can be helped with the with the proper places, the proper facilities put in place, man, with counselors, with other people that have came out here and have transitioned and have been successful, who have did just as much time, who had just as bad a reputation in prison as they did, you know what I'm saying, was known to do whatever they had to do in there and was able to cut that switch off when they came out here. And, it's in them. It's in them. Because once in, you can't never get out of it. It's in them. But they've learned how to, suppress that because they know that this is not the place for that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Even me myself. You know what I'm saying? I have, tested moments. But I talk to myself and I try to, re-encourage myself, and I realize, what I'm saying, I know now that the consequences. I know the consequences are great. Far greater than you having a bruised ego. far greater than, feeling like you got to prove something. Because by now I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of. And I just don't want nobody to push me to that point. But verbally, I'm aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the penitentiary, the things that people say out here verbally would have been a call for action. But out here, you cannot act like that. You cannot carry it like that. Temptation is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Temptation is the same thing. You are able to have access to, all of these things. You just cannot overindulge if you choose to indulge. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to indulge, you cannot overindulge. Anytime you let something, have control over you by you cannot stop it or you cannot cut it off or you cannot, put limitations on it, it has control over you. You do not have control over it. So in that point, it controls your life. And it just may ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be involved or have no vice with nothing that I cannot control. You know what I'm saying? And thank God, whatever vices that I had in prison, that I can control them. And I cut them off before I got out of prison. I stopped gambling way before I got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I stopped smoking cigarettes decades ago. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not trying to liken those vices to like, having a drug habit or something. I know that's different. But a vice is a vice. Because if it's something that's crippling you, it's no different. If it cripples me to make me where I can't stop, it's no different than somebody doing hard drugs and to make them where they can't stop. Because a vice is a vice. You know what I'm saying? But the discipline, when you have to cut it off because it's beneficial to you, when you can do that, that drug or that vice does not control you anymore. You take your power back. And, and thank God that I was able to do that, man, because I ain't gambled not nothing since I've been out. I make little, bet someone's betting people or something on a sporting event or something like that, But I ain't going up. I've been in the casino, to meet with people that I knew, and that's where they wanted to meet at several times since I've been home, and not once have I gambled because I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something that was a vice for me. That was something that I did for decades every day. I got a thrill out of it. I got a rush out of it, an adrenaline rush. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to doing it. I went to sleep thinking about gambling, woke up thinking about gambling. But I know it don't behoove me to do that out here. You know what I'm saying? It don't behoove me to do that out here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to cut that off. You know what I'm saying? Just like, a habit that I had picked up in prison, which I consider one of the worst habits I ever had, was smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? And once it got to the point where I figured it's not doing me any good and it's only hurting me and it costs me money. And once I locked that in my brain, I cut it off. And I ain't smoked a cigarette since. You know what I'm saying? I done been out here, I done smoked hookahs or little vapes, hit vapes and hit hookahs and stuff, but I don't have a habit and it's not a daily thing for me. But I would never pick up another cigarette again because I knew it was a vice to me. Just like gambling. So it comes a point where you got to discipline your life, man. And sometimes it's harder than it is for others. Some people may need help. They may need transition to get to that. And I figure these dudes in their 20, 30, 40 years, man, they should be able to get some type of help coming out here on the streets, man. There should be some type of facilities, some type of programs out here that will help these dudes get some help and transition back into society, because that's what society should want. Somebody that did that much time to come back out here and be productive. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes got a lot of, survival skills and stories and lessons and blessings that they can give young people, man. They got tragic stories. They got tragic events that happened to them that they, endured and came out of, that they can give to these young people to let them know what's really going on in these prisons. And that story alone, that one story that they got to share, if only one, changed only one person's course in life from ending up in prison, man, then they paid their debt to society, man. They paid their debt to society. There ain't nobody did decades in prison that ain't got something that they went through in there that can be beneficial to a young king or queen out here to change their mindset. Not nail one. I don't care, white, black, Chinese, indifferent. If they endured that life over there, which we call the penitentiary, they got some type of knowledge and survival skills that they can give to somebody to make them understand what awaits them if they don't make the best decisions that they can make out here in life. I truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe that, man. So they need it out here, man. Their experiences needed out here. Their mistakes and how they overcame those mistakes by surviving is needed out here. It's needed, man, because these young people out here is moving around like prison don't exist, or it's just on TV, or it's a fairy tale, or it's a mystery or something. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm out here to uncover the mystery. It's horrible. Is what it is. And I'm going to let them know that every chance I get. But I just feel so sad for my brothers, man, especially my fallen brothers that endured so much, you know what I'm saying, and not to be able to at least try to enjoy life out here, man, without, taking a fall like that again, man, because this fall, after doing so much time, man, this fall right here, man, it's going to be hard to get up from. You know, if you come out here and you stumble like that, it's going to be really, really hard. It was so hard to get out the first time. So hard to get out the first time. I know at least it was for me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, I don't know, man. I'm going to talk to some people that I could talk to and make some suggestions and try to get some type of program up and running, because I think it's beneficial to everybody. I think it's beneficial to society. I think it's beneficial to us. It's definitely beneficial to, all dudes that's coming out of prison, man, that need that. They actually need that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we all do. You know what I'm saying? We all do. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, man, if you got somebody coming out of prison, I implore you, I ask you, to, I plead with you to try to, make their transition as smooth as possible. Try to understand that they done been through a whole lot, man, way more than you probably would ever know, because we bottle that stuff up, man, because that's our protection, but it's inside of us, man, and it's scars, it's pain, you know what I'm saying? So try to, help them as much as you can, man. Be, patient with them and understand there's a lot of things that we don't know coming out here just because we won't out here to know these things. Things that may seem simple to you, things that may seem, minute and easy and elementary to you. It's not. It's not if you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? It's not if you don't know it. So try to understand that, man, and help them, man. And it don't always take financial help, man. Sometimes it takes physical help, man. Sometimes it takes mental help. Sometimes it takes, spiritual help. Sometimes it takes understanding. That can change everything for a person. You know what I'm saying? Just letting them know that they got that type of support. It's monumental, man. So shout out to all my fallen soldiers, man. I hope y'all get back up on your feet one day. And big love to everybody, man, that's waiting to come out here, man, that's begging and pleading for this opportunity, man. And, God willing, they'll make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? They'll make the best of it, man. Make the rest of your life the best of your life when you walk out them doors, man. Because it's all we got left. It's all we got left, man. So, anyway, man, I know just wanted to speak on that, man, because I think it's a very serious issue. And it's one of our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? It's one of our loved ones. If it ain't one of our loved ones, it's somebody we know loved ones. So, man, let's help each other, man. Each one teach one, man. Each one try to help one. So, shout out to all the brothers, man, and their families, man, for the people who, like I said, have fallen, man. And big love to all my comrades, man, that's still in the struggle, still in the belly of the beast, and waiting on their turn. Make the best of it, man. Y'all talk to me in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to me. I talk back. New videos on the way. I'm going to talk to Hollywood Trail later on the day. I may start posting old videos in the daytime and then posting the new videos at 6, so y'all get a twofer. You get 2 a day, man. If you haven't seen the old one, you watch it. If you did see it, watch it again, because it may be something that you can pick up on it. Maybe some lessons in there, man, and some blessings in there that you can use. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. I'm gonna try to do that as soon as possible, just to keep the content rolling, man. I don't know, y'all let me know if y'all think that's too much banky. If it's too much banky, let me know, man. But anyway, man, I appreciate you all. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Y'all be safe out there, be smart, make good decisions, and duck. Boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks, man. They out there. We know they out there. Bam!
The banky special. Yeah, pure delicious. coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.